Hi everyone, welcome back to Michelle Reads and Blogs, and today we are opening the March book for Owlcrate. That almost doesn't seem right. I'm pretty sure this is March, which is Defy the Dark. So for anyone who doesn't know, Owlcrate do both a different adult and YA subscription service. It's fantasy or sci-fi. I always struggle opening the box for this one. So this is the adult subscription. I do not get the YA. For Owlcrate, it is a little bit more expensive because of it having to be shipped obviously from the US. They are a US company, so this is my choice. So I'm a little bit confused because something's rattling in here. This is a book only subscription, so let's have a look at what is going on. Oh, of course, the book always comes in cellophane. Do you know what? It's probably been so long since we've got a book. I always forget. So we've got the spoiler card there, which I'm sure I've already shared the theme with you. We've got lots of these paper things so that it's going to stop too much movement in the box. And we do just go straight into seeing the cover of this one, even though it's in plastic wrappaging. Wrappaging, is that a word? The Warm Hands of Ghosts by Katherine Arden. I'm going to take this out. I'm already very happy with this. Okay, and this is why I am a subscriber to the Owlcrate Adult box, because this is stunning. Stunning. I have not seen another special edition of this book nicer than this one. If you have, please let me know in the comments. But wow, this is nice. So this is historical fiction. It is set, I don't know if it's around World War I or II, I've forgotten that. But you can see they've got this kind of gold gilded frame here. I'm going to guess that's a mirror. You can see some cracks in it at the top. The name of the book is over the mirror, and then it's surrounded with all of these red roses, the larger ones in the corner, the smaller, these aren't roses, they're poppies around the mirror, and the poppies have got red foiling in them to match the red foiling on the name, the title of the book, and that is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I can't stop looking at it. It's so pretty. Going around on to the spine, you've got the name of the book, The Warm Hands of Ghosts, and the author name, both in that same red foiling on the black background. And then on the back, you've got the same design as the front, but instead of the book title and the author name, we've got "You Trail Your Ghosts Behind You." Wow. The edging is block sprayed in this very dark red, kind of wine red colour, I would describe this as. And I just think that whole aesthetic is just stunning. Stunning. I'm so glad I've got this copy. I do not have any other edition of this book. This is the one. The one. Okay, lots to see here. We have reverse artwork on the dust jacket, and this one is a lot of character artwork. I am not going to pretend to know who any of these characters are. I know it's something about the war, and the men go off to war, and then you've got the sister who tries to find her brother. I think that's kind of the extent, because this book has been out a couple of months now. It was the March book as well, so a lot of people have been reading this one on BookTube. You've got that same theme with the kind of gold mirrors, and they're almost in the mirrors, or she's looking in the mirror at him, and then over here there's a chap looking at the mirror at the two of them. There's someone playing the, I'm going to guess that's a violin, or you could say the fiddle, in the fire, and then over here the devil playing the fiddle or violin in the fire. So I'm kind of glad. I prefer this artwork, but I think some people will like that. It's still very beautiful, but very different. We have got silver foiling on the hardcover. Again, this mirror design, and it says ghosts. Oh my gosh, what does it say? You've probably got this already. Oh, ghosts have warm hands. That took me a moment. In that silver foiling again, the gold mirror, the hands, the rose. This book is very matte. It's very kind of not the typical material that a book is made out of. I love the quality of Owlcrate. I think their quality is just the top of like the book box books. And then you've got that on the spine, and then on the back, the blessed forget and the damned remember. You've got the violin and the bow with no people there. So wow. Onto our end pages, where the violin here is in gold, gold? That's not gold. Silver foiling. You've then got all of these kind of flowers as well. I don't know what these flowers are. They're not roses and they're not poppies like the front. These are poppies in kind of the background, but I'm just not sure. I'm not sure. Oh, that's dog tags, isn't it? That people used to wear in the army. I don't think they do still nowadays. It's slightly different. They have IDs on patches and things, but yeah, they used to wear dog tags. Yeah, a lot going on there. I'm going to assume the back is the same. Yes, it is. Let's have a look inside. We have got a signature and a bound in author letter with a digital signature. That is, wow, special. I always think if I were to let go a subscription box, technically I should get rid of this one. It's very expensive because of getting it shipped over, but oh, I love it. I love it. And every time I think, oh, maybe I'd get rid of it, I'm not going to get rid of it. Let's not say rash things here. American paper. I say this every Owlcrate opening as well. I love American paper. We have got a map because, you know, war, the front, knowing where everything was in relation to one another. Got the acknowledgements, Owlcrate exclusive bonus essay from the author, which is kind of like 2.5 pages long, but love a bit of bonus content. Okay, so let's have a look at the synopsis on this one. Then we will look at the artists and any final thoughts. I think I've said most of them as I've gone along. This is a long one, by the way. If you want to skip, I usually write synopsis on the screen. Just feel free to fast forward. During the Great War, a combat nurse searches for her brother, believed dead in the trenches despite eerie signs that suggest otherwise. In this hauntingly beautiful historical novel with a speculative twist. From the New York Times best-selling author of The Bear and the Nightingale. January 1918. Laura Ivan was a revered field nurse until she was wounded and discharged from the medical corps, leaving behind a brother still fighting in Flanders. Now home in Halifax, Canada, Laura receives word of Freddie's death in combat, along with his personal effects, but something doesn't make sense. Determined to uncover the truth, Laura returns to Belgium as a volunteer at a private hospital, where she soon hears whispers about haunted trenches and a strange hotelier whose wine gives soldiers the gift of oblivion. Could Freddie have escaped the battlefield only to fall prey to something or someone else? November 1917. Freddie Ivan awakes after an explosion to find himself trapped in an overturned pillbox with a wounded enemy soldier, a German by the names of Hans Winter. Against all odds, the two form an alliance and succeed in clawing their way out. Unable to bear the thought of returning to the killing fields, especially on opposite sides, they take refuge with a mysterious man who seems to have the power to make the hellscape of the trenches disappear. As shells rain down on Flanders and ghosts move among those yet living, Laura's and Freddie's deepest traumas are reawakened. Now they must decide whether their world is worth salvaging or better left behind entirely. Wow. I think it sounds great, but I know I've watched other people's reading vlogs on this, and I think as they get into it, it kind of slows down and they tend to get a little bit disappointed. But, you know, if you listen to everybody's reviews, you would never read anything. So I'm going to give this one a go. I love a little bit of historical fiction. I love fantastical elements, so mixing those together, brilliant. So let's have a look. So we have got an exclusive cover redesigned by @vera.drmanovsky. Reversible dust jacket illustration is by @June_page. The foil case design is by @DivineLiteracy. The foiled end pages are illustrated by @OffTheHookOffice. No, I've just completely read that wrong. @OffTheHookStudio. Where did I get the word office from? Signed by the author on the page designed by @DivineLiteracy. Sprayed edges, bound in author letter, bonus content, bound into the book. And I'm sure I would have put a picture up of the original, but I will do that now so that you can compare the two. They are completely different to one another. I'm going into thoughts here. Normally when there's different artists or so many different artists work on a book, I'm not a fan because usually it loses that kind of cohesion. But do you know what? I really like this. And I know that that reverse dust jacket artwork is very different to everything else. But I'm almost forgiving them on this one. I don't think it matters to me. I think it's all stunning. I think it all really flows very well. And to be honest, I'm never going to look at the reverse dust jacket artwork. So yeah, it might not flow as well as the rest, but this is kind of what I'm interested in. That and that was all gorgeous together. So happy days. So yeah, I am interested for this one. Let me know, have you got it? Have you got any other special editions? Because there are quite a few out there, but I think this is the best one that I've seen so far, but let me know. If you are interested in this one, I will leave a link down in the description to a standard edition. That is an affiliate link, so if you buy through the link, you are helping to support me, because even though it costs you no different, I make a small commission off the sale. So it really helps me and the channel out. Other ways to help me and the channel out, like the video if you've not done so already, and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content from me. Otherwise, have a lovely rest of your day, wherever you are, whatever you're up to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, take care.